I am planning to secure this top to the body using a vacuum system. The first thing I'm going to do is come in here and trim off the excess wood that I don't need while leaving a nice gap for wiggle room. But you'll notice that I've got a larger gap here, and the reason for that is because I have put a fairly aggressive arm bevel on this, and in order to get the maple to bend down over this curve, this extra space creates a surface area for the air pressure to push down on. In addition to the additional several hundred pounds of pressure, by doing it off body, it also creates leverage that helps force the wood down across that curve. Now, to prevent this 1/4-inch maple from cracking, what I'll actually be doing is going through on the back side and adding in a series of relief routes about 1/8 of an inch deep, which will give space to bend across that curve. Once I get this cut out, then I'll run this through the thickness sander so that I can get rid of the glue and make sure I've got a perfectly flat surface, and then we'll get this in the vacuum system. I did end up having to use clamps on this, and I understand why. So let me go ahead and bring you in closer here. So what's happened here is the excess plastic has sucked against the body, which means the plastic here is biting on the bottom and the top. This air pressure that I was using for leverage is being canceled out, so it's pushing here and pushing here, so I'm not actually getting the downwards force that I was looking for. Here you can see the plastic has not been sucked all the way against the body, which means I got a really nice tight seal there. This particular spot has been troubled a couple times that I've done this. Just this angle here and the wood grain, it just has a really hard time sitting down. So far I've had to use a clamp to get that last little tiniest little bit of movement to get a proper seat. We've got a nice tight seat. We've got squeeze out. Sets down on that curve really nice all the way across the top, and the lip that I have all the way around helps to ensure that the plastic doesn't get sucked in between the two layers. And I do have to run the compressor about once every 5 minutes or so to kind of top off the vacuum, so to speak. Yeah, it works pretty good, and I think I can get this solved. And this little bit right here, figure out what I need to do to get this right, and this will be a completely clampless process for securing a top to a body. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming along. The expensive thing here is, of course, the vacuum pump. And this is a pretty nice one as far as I can tell. Robinair is used by professionals. But other than that, all I've got is a MDF board that's been scored on the table saw. The bag is a laundry bag. This guy here, you're supposed to hook up like a regular house vacuum. Put your blankets in here, suck out all the air to save space. But this plastic, it holds the vacuum really well, and it's strong enough to hold down this top. The only things that I need to do to make sure that this works the way I want is break off the edge, any sharp edges. I did that on this board as well, because the pressure will force the plastic to split on those sharp edges. With this surface area, we're talking about thousands of pounds of force just using atmospheric air. This is a really good method, and I feel like as I refine this, it's going to be even faster and even more convenient to quickly secure a top down.